Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talk. So, breaking news here: Jim Jordan is no longer running for Speaker of the House. This is absolutely glorious, right? So, Jim Jordan, Donald Trump's hand-picked guy for Speaker of the House. What's going on here, right? Does Trump have the power? It seems like obviously he's the nominee, the Republican nominee, but everything he picks just turns to shit, just like everything else. Speaking of incoherent mess, Donald Trump in court again. By the way, he doesn't have to be there. This is a funny thing. I'm going to show you a clip of David Pakman, right? He says he's has to be there, but he doesn't. Just like everything else, the guy is a fraud, a liar, and just generally speaking, just a POS, right? So I'm going to show you a clip here of from David Pakman, I'm sorry, Trump, right, in court. He's kind of very quiet, doesn't say much, maybe a glare here and there to the judge or the prosecutor or a witness or whatever. And then as soon as the court's out, he looks around for cameras and then starts spewing insane, batshit crazy stuff. Talk about a POS and a coward. He's the most despicable person on planet Earth. I tell you what, it's just shocking to me that there's even a single human being who would follow this guy. It's just nuts, but funny. So watch this clip. And here's in the middle of this, you'll see about Trump says, I've read articles, and Pakman says, well, you know it's bullshit there because Donald Trump has never read a book in his entire life. Very funny. Oh yeah, he has two bestsellers. Ghost Written. Trump speaks at a third grade level, has never read a book in his entire life. All right, total dunce. Watch this from
Furious
Pakman.
and disheveled, failed former President Donald Trump exploded once again outside the courtroom yesterday in New York City, attacking judges and ranting and raving about how he has to be there before saying, actually, tomorrow I'm going to go play golf instead, reminding us he doesn't actually have to be there and is choosing to be there. These videos truly have to be seen to be believed. Here is Donald Trump after regularly attacking Judge Tanya Chutkan over the last few days, attacking here Judge Engoron, who's presiding over his civil fraud trial. Trump insisting that it's rigged, that the judge is hostile, and on and on and on. These videos, my prediction is, and I'm very careful about predictions, one way or the other, these videos are going to be looked back at as very bad ideas for Donald Trump. Take a look at this.
We have no rights whatsoever. Any company coming to New York would be crazy because it's a setup, it's a rigged trial. We have a hostile group of people. We have a very hostile judge. I hate to say it. We have a very, very hostile judge. And I think everybody knows that. And we see that. But the good thing is we have all of the evidence on our side. They have nothing. And it's a case that should have never been brought. I just read many, many articles saying this case is a disgrace to our nation.
Now, you know Trump is lying because he said, I just read many, many articles. We know Trump doesn't read. He's not read a book. I don't think he's written any books either, obviously. Other writers did it for him, but he's not read a book that we're aware of in his entire adult life. So when Trump says, I know this is true because I read many, many articles, you have to assume that that's a lie.
He's never read a book.
Maybe most importantly here, with regards to this trial, it's really important to understand that there's already been a decision against Trump. Trump is acting like the facts are in question here. And with at least some of these counts, they are not. There's already been a decision made by the judge, a decision that Trump disagrees with. The whole victimhood narrative is really wild. This is one of the most powerful people in the world. I mean, a former president of the United States, it's such a small group of people. The presidency of the United States has so much power globally. And Trump wants you to believe that he's the poor little victim. He's a victim of the press. He's a victim of prosecutors. He's a victim of the state of Georgia, the Department of Justice. Joe Biden is targeting him. The Judge Tanya Chutkan, Judge Engoron, the prosecutor, Jack Smith, Letitia James. Everybody is just beating on Trump, and he's just the poor old victim, despite being one of the most powerful. You know, they talk about elites. It's hard to be more elite than a billionaire former president of the United States. Trump continuing,
absolute
ranting and raving about how I guess at this
shit.
point, the value of Mar-a-Lago has continued to climb as this trial. The longer the trial goes, the more Mar-a-Lago is worth. I guess now it's worth $11 billion or something like
You
that.
probably watched. They have a disclaimer in there.
The accordion hands. What is
You
that?
can look at it a lot of different ways, but it means go out and get your own analysis, do your own analysis, and everybody that's seen it, they said they've never seen a clause like that. Go out and do due diligence to the banks. If the banks came in, as you know, Deutsche Bank came in, he was their witness, and he was a great witness for us. They said they were very happy, the loan was paid off, there were no defaults, there were no deficiencies, there was absolutely nothing. And I will tell you, what they've done here, the Attorney General sitting inside, spending her whole day here, day after day after day, when people are being murdered all over the streets, the sidewalks of New York, violent crime, and no business is going to move into New York. They used a statute on me that's never been used, not once, has never been used for anything like this. And they used it on me where I don't get a jury, I don't get anything. We have no rights whatsoever. Any company coming to New York would be crazy.
Now, if you're wondering why he's repeating these things over and over and over again, I don't actually have an answer for you. Also, really, really funny, Trump insists that he's being forced to be there and they want to keep him there and all this stuff. He doesn't have to be there. He's there voluntarily. And he proves this when he's asked whether he's going to be in court today. And he's like, no, we have a golf tournament tomorrow.
But this is what we go through because they want to keep me here instead of Iowa,
Everything is a fucking
New Hampshire,
everything.
South Carolina, and lots of other great places. They want me to be here. Probably not. Probably we're having a very big tournament, professional golf tournament at Terrell, so probably not.
Isn't that insane?
loser,
They
man.
won't let me leave. They're keeping me here. I could be campaigning. I could be in New Hampshire, Iowa. Will you be here tomorrow? No. We've got a big golf tournament going on, so tomorrow I'm not going to be here. Oh, I thought they were making you be here, sir.
Actually, too funny. Hey, Dakota, what do you think of that orange piece of shit? All right. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Say hello, Dakota.